Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Kaito Robin. Go into the character here, what it does, and then show you guys some samples of some gameplay of it. Get into it. So everyone's been anticipating Kaito Robin pretty highly. You can see rated 9 out of 10 here. Special moves actually gain an S rank. It'd be pretty interesting to go over. Character contributes greatly to item collection, creative. Physical and critical specialization is recommended. You can forcibly take the back with feats. Like that means. Compatibility with skills to improve. Oh, I know what it means. It means backstab. So back attack power. Now, you guys, one thing real quick. You guys that want Kaito Robin no matter what, start getting whatever skills you want on your regular Robin because they will transfer over Ark skills-wise, not anything in his passive tree as far as I'm aware. Get into it here. So Reject gives a defense down effect to enemies with a continuous attack with probability in the front and middle range. Pretty good skill animation there. And Assault Lave, as it says. Enemies with Mind Down are given, or excuse me, Mind Down is given to enemies with short range continuous attack probability. Pretty crazy skill right there as far as balancing. It's almost funny that the enemy ends up almost just barely in front of where you pick them up from, considering all that move. So unintentionally hilarious there. And then we got Testament here. So Testament is an attack darkness on middle range enemies. Now I'm going to have to see if that means dark attack or actually puts darkness on the enemy. We'll investigate that further in a bit here. And then special move Phantom. So enemies in the front and middle range are given strength and int down. So yes, Robin does literally put every debuff in the game that has to do with stats on the enemy, at least as far as main stats go. Strong continuous probability attack with probability of darkness. So this one has a chance to put the darkness debuff on. Pretty crazy. There you have it. Now passives. Attack during physical attack, damage is reduced by halving the enemy's defensive strength. Halving means 50%, so if that's true, that's pretty crazy. And the probability and critical rate are increased during back attack, so just like a good rogue, should hit harder when it's got the drop on you. And then passive 2, when critical damage is dealt with a physical attack, acquires items with probability. So all you guys that were looking forward to spell Kaito Robin, well, it's still good in some cases as far as gaining items go. You're still going to want to do physical. Going on there. Actually, that one. Do passives. I want to see what the actual percentages are if they got it, but they don't. That's the way it goes. Alright, guys, so then skill list. This is what's going to be in the passive tree. So 30% damage increase when attacking enemies from behind, similar to the Moonlit Murder skill. Critical up, crit rate up 2%. Glory pose, skill cooldowns go up, or you get your skill cooldowns faster, rather, every time an enemy is killed. Acceleration, increased movement speed when low on life. Surprise, 50% increased damage from when attacking from behind. Double impact, additional damage during normal attacks. Mirage. Avoid physical attacks with probability. So, Banditon, speed up. I guess it's just the passive speed up. That's pretty nasty, actually. For you guys who haven't really noticed, or maybe you're just new to the game, speed up actually gives your main physical attackers a lot more attacks because oftentimes they're ping-ponging between enemies. So when the enemy's running this way, and say your guy's over here, he's not going to run towards the enemy, he's going to run to wherever the enemy's. So having that extra speed actually just increases the number of attacks and then helps you dodge stuff if you want to manually control them as well. Gold Rush, get additional Zell after battle. Which apparently late game, once we get to the phase, at least the phase Japan's in, Zell's not as useful as it is for us right now. Dark Attack Rays, strengthen the attribute of Dark Attacks, a Dark Element. As far as magic goes here, Darkness. be expected. Critical, increases critical rate of allies or himself by 15%. Haste, increased skill recovery time by 25%. All stuff that's going to help you kill faster. So let's see. Kaito Robin greatly contributes to material collection through individualized robbery. Kaito Robin's personality robbing gains an item with probability when a critical physical attack occurs. Keep attacking until the robbery is activated. You can get the material reliably, so it's very useful when collecting materials. Please note that passive does not activate on magic critical. And then these are all the skills that's going to list for criticals if you want to get them on your Kaito Robin or whoever. Powerful for attacking from behind. We kind of went over that, but the special skill Assault Ray forcibly changes the direction of the enemy. If Robin is facing left, the enemy is also left, so it is attractive to aim at the back of an enemy immediately after the special skill. So pretty much you're guaranteed backstabs. That's why his skills are rated so high. And get that extra 80% damage. Good compatibility with Sky High. Sky High, if you don't know, it's on the Hunter of the Beast. Essentially, when you launch an enemy, you're dealing bonus damage to them. So, pretty awesome skill there. And then, the user rating of Kaito Robin, 9 out of 10, pretty much. Let's see some comments here. Level 71 felt that Kaito Robin was better than Magic Robin for collecting item. Looked at the frequency of occurrence with and without critical up in the skill. It is quite easy, even if passive attack is excellent or without critical up. If the critical is raised, then critical will occur with probability of 50% or more when special skill is activated. AI is also excellent since it stands around to attack from behind the enemy and can easily collect items even on auto laps. Transcendents now have more than 2 5-6 stars, and Sea Urchins are easier to get in the day quest. That's high-level materials, guys, to evolve your characters if you haven't gotten there yet. By the way, it is quite excellent as an avant-garde attacker, and it has devastating power with quick and quick strikes, since darkness range attack of passive 3 can be judged from behind, executed from behind. The critical rate's also high. It's fun to use because dark attack raises. If Proud Force is installed, the durability will be restored. So basically, if Proud Force, the passive, every time you crit somebody, you heal yourself a little bit, is installed. Kaito Robin's damn near unkillable in that phase. Since defensive mind can be lowered by special attack, it's compatible with any party. So I think that this unit that has just appeared, skill cost is not enough, so you put a friend frame, attach an experience value up if you leave it. I think that will please people because it will be an excellent support that can handle 3 rows of experience up, gold up, and robbery. Oh, does he get experience up? Or maybe they're just talking about that skill on the Ark. Alright, weak point about Autolap. To take advantage of Thief Robbery Phantom Thieves, it is not suitable for intermediate players because it's necessary to arrange physical parties. It is a unit that can play an active role either as the beginner who has not developed casters, essentially, or advanced player who is developing a physical unit. In the current environment, only magic users are lined up as friends, which we don't have that problem anymore already. So you can advance the wave without chanting, you will not be robbed. Essentially what he's saying is magic casters kill things too fast, so if you're going to run Kaito Robin on an auto, you need to have a bunch of physical attackers so that Robin can have time to actually proc his steal. So circulate a physical party with the Phantom Thief with support. Take friends who are physicals for the purpose of accumulating friend points. If you have a Magic Robin, you may not need to forcibly raise a Phantom Thief Robin, of course. That is unnecessary condition. So pretty much how it is here. Beginner is absolute must for this guy at the start. Robbery's excellent. More treasure, fast movement. Power of feats is high. But they're saying he's a little bit squishy. So that's everyone's evaluation, so it looks like an excellent character to add to your party. And go ahead, we're going to get into the arcs that come with this. Now, there are 2 arcs that are going to come on his banner. One is called Glorious Kaldina, you can see here. And then the second one, which is an SR, it's called Ghost of Zelen. So we'll get into both of those here. First, the SSR. Glory Kaldina assessment. Got an 8 out of 10 with a B rating on everything. Turns into a red arc after level 6. Initial characteristics, restores allies HP when a treasure chest is dropped. It's kind of interesting if you have Kaito Robin with you. And then the Arc Ether is a covert gun Trishula. Strength plus 156. If damage of a feat is reduced by the opponent's attribute resistance, ignores the resistance value and deal damage. Oh crap. So basically if you cast a debuff, it says light opponent, so exactly what it means there. I'm sure we'll get the explanation, but it looks like if you cast a debuff, you can essentially ignore resistance values on damage. Would make for a very nasty physical. So the skills here, Star Heal, a little AoE boost here. It's all healing stuff, that's interesting. Oh, there's an increased HP, okay. Recover a certain amount of the second feat, upper right feat at the start of the battle. Charge feat 2, interesting. Fast intermediate magic circle, automatically activate intermediate magic circle at the start of the battle. That's good. That's mana regen. You guys might not have it yet. And then got heal, greatly recover all allies. Oh, basically it's like good, great heal. And then so we already got the rank 1. At rank 5 it also, or excuse me, rank 6, it also gets maximum HP plus 6% of all allies during battle. And then at rank 10, besides everything else, maximum HP goes to 10% and restore HP to dying. Basically, it looks like to an ally that's dying, actually, when the barrier is triggered. So pretty much it's a heal or a protection effect that goes off when someone's low. Alright, charge special skill 2 is most attractive. Charge skill cool, that can be learned. Will restore a certain amount of skill 2. The upper right skill at the start of the battle. The amount of the increase varies depending on the character, but since each character recovers approximately once, it is useful for laps that require special skills. Yeah, that's cool, actually. Not everyone can have Pirate Feast, right? Excuse me. The Glorious Kaldina is designed to focus on HP and recovery in terms of art characteristics and learning skills. Since he can learn most of the healing God Heal, it is an arc that is active when you want to increase the party's viability. Yeah, that HP plus is a bonus too. The cost right there for upgrades. Gaming glasses. Let's see if there's any comments here. Eternia reward is too dangerous and strong. Definitely reigning as the top weapon in the current situation. Oh, they're talking about the Arc Ether. Ignoring the resistance value has only one effect and can't see a rotting future. So basically it's around to stay for a while. Since you finally came to all attribute resistance bosses, the importance of Trishula has exploded, and I think it will be an environment where there are no more 5 points, whatever that means. So basically it looks like that Arc Ether is actually pretty nasty. Be one of the top ones whenever this comes out. So remember that, guys. Get this for nothing else. Go get that Arc Ether, the covert gun. You can basically ignore freaking reduction in damage. That's pretty cool. Lastly, we'll go over the SSR Ark, and then I'll show you guys Kaito Robin a little bit, then we'll be done. See what's happening here. A 6.5 out of 10 rating. And keep in mind, guys, the ratings, as we found out with the last, like the Secret of Mana arcs, since we receive things differently whenever this banner actually comes out, it might be higher rated, it might be lower rated, just depending on if we have access to these skills or not. For some of the ones that are lower, they might actually be higher because it'll be our first exposure to these skills. Our characteristics, all stats plus 5%, but HP continues to decrease during battle. That sounds bad. Robe Zelen Arc Ether, MP plus 20, defense plus 43, and plus 80, mind plus 148. Looks like a fairly good caster robe / magic. Skills here, let's see, enemy mind reduced by 20. Decrease resistances. Normal attack puts curse. You know, the one thing I'm wondering about curse research is, does that work on PvE mobs? Because I'm sure it works on PvP mobs, which would actually be pretty nasty in PvP. But PvE, can you really shut down someone from using their skills? Because most games have different rules on that. So. Giga Darkness, probability to dark all enemies, dark debuff, dark attack raise, strengthen the dark attribute attack. Okay, this one actually wouldn't be too terrible for dark. But anyhow, so let's see here. At level 5, deals magic damage plus 15 while Curse is on the enemy. That continues to decrease HP during battle. And then at level 10, the buff goes to 20% for all stats. During battle, HP decreases, magical damage plus 40. And then enemy who is defeated, int, strength, defense, and mind minus, or excuse me, 30% is granted for a certain period of time. I'm not sure if that means whoever's wielding the Ark gets those buffs, or if a crazy debuff goes off. But either way, that's what this one do. Zellen's Ghost is one of the few arcs that can master Dark Attack Raise. If you want to raise Darkness attribute damage, learn it with priority. Ether reward is higher in the robe. Zellen's Ghost rewards My Zellen, has an int value of 80, and boasts the highest possible value in the robe. If you want to raise int as much as possible, aim for the Ether reward. Not sure how relevant that is now, but at the time, apparently it was the least tops for a robe. Which is kind of odd considering... And then again, I forget, most armor doesn't actually have attack stats in the game. So I guess that would be the highest. It's compatible with Skeleton. Oh, because of his dark attack. That's probably actually true. That would be fun to RP since he's built the whole time, but you just got this crazy skeleton running around. That's pretty good. Alright, so let's get into... Show off the character here, so let's...
右上あたりにですね、ゴーダツって出ると思いますので、ちょっとアップさせていただきます。まだ出てきてないですよね。はい、今通常攻撃を連打しております。時間停止魔法系はですね、打たないように設定してあります。
Looks like he's fairly early into his Kaito Robin career.
ただ、定期的に
Huh, that's interesting. His forward attack hit the dude behind him.
出ましたけど、ゴーダツ発生しました。
And it looked like his base attack too.
今、ゴーダツって出ましたね。はい、こんな感じで盗んでいこうかなと思います。やっぱラストのボスはね、必ず強奪したい。そんな感じで挑もうかなと思います。2ウェーブ目ですね。ちょっと強めの出てきましたけど大丈夫かな。ちょっとスキルとかも使いますね。動きはこんな感じです。かなり派手ですよね。テスタメントとかも下からグイーンと手が出てくるような。リジェクトとかもね、こういう感じでいいんですよね。
Hey, he's got a lot of stagger.
いいですね。今のがテスタメントですね。ちょっとアサルトレイブ打ってみますね。こんな感じ。ジグザグにこう動いてくれるんですよね。
Feels like a zig.
結構トリッキーな動きとか見てる感じ。あ、強奪発生しましたね。なかなか、なんか手動でやって楽しいユニットだなってすごい感じます。はい、ウェーブ3でございます。ちょっと団体さんですね。さあ、強奪が出るかだけちょっと確認しながら戦っております。多分事故ないと思うんだけどな。
Yeah, I wish I could read exactly when robbery procs, but you see he's critting a fair amount. Huh, and he was doing it in the lightning channel, that was pretty bad.
それでっていう感じですよね。まだですね、この怪盗ロビンなんですが、クリティカルアップ2をですね、つけれる感じなんで、3とね、1はもうついちゃってる。
Tone anxiety.
はい、ボスですね。これはもう絶対ね、強奪を発生させないといけません。強奪。
It's funny that this guy is the Transcendence boss. I actually fear like so many more things than this guy. Figured the gatekeeper for Transcendence would be someone really badass, like the Satan Puckles. But like a gigantic version that just kicks ass. But don't give him any ideas, right?
ヒットできる場所があるみたいで、カメラアングルがちょっと悪くなったりするんですね。
He's doing the Dark Souls philosophy, stick to the bum.
っていう感じなんで、発生しましたんで、最後、リザルト、ちょっと楽しみですね。星5
So there you go. There's a
個以上あると思いますんで。はい。
demonstration of Mito Robin.
アイテム
I like his
何
little after battle
世界
thing.
の光。世界の光。
So there you go, guys. You learned something
Oh.
there. You got robbed on loot. Actually, it's not terrible. That's all the stolen stuff too, so I mean there's often times where I was going through the Transcendence dungeon and I barely got any you get like 1 or 2 drops. Yeah. So with Kaito Robin that would actually be pretty lucrative to have him. But anyways, guys, that is gonna be it for me. Hopefully this will hype you up for Kaito Robin whenever he's coming. You got this to check out in the meantime, and good luck with everything that's going on with your account. Last Cloudia, doing pretty well so far. And that is it for me, guys. So I'll see you later. Great evening.